1 year ago today, my office, along with the Washington field office of the FBI, began an investigation stemming from the sale of PCP and fentanyl in Knox Place, Anacostia. This investigation is the culmination of what we call a Title III wiretap. Last week, on August 21st, my office indicted 8 individuals for PCP and fentanyl trafficking as well as conspiracy. The individuals who've been indicted are the following. 2 are from California, 1 is from Baltimore, and 5 of them are from the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. Now, this morning, in a very sophisticated and almost flawlessly run operation, the FBI Washington field office, along with my office, executed approximately 20 residential search warrants across D.C., Maryland, and Los Angeles. And I want to thank the Metropolitan Police and DEA for assisting us this morning in D.C., Maryland, and Los Angeles as well. Now, at present, there are 12 individuals who have been arrested. 7 of the 8 indicted individuals, there is still 1 fugitive on a sealed indictment. 5 additional defendants have been arrested this morning as a result of the operation. The facts. The D.C.-based drug traffickers sold PCP and fentanyl in and around the 2900 block of Knox Place Southeast. You may or may not be familiar with that area, but it is a neighborhood that has experienced an inordinate amount of violent crime, including 5 homicides, at least that we know of, with other violent crimes in the past year. The D.C.-based narcotics traffickers sourced their narcotics through Baltimore, and there was a co-conspirator who in turn was importing narcotics from California. So this included a 17-gallon, that's what I said, a 17-gallon shipment of PCP that was intercepted outside of Topeka, Kansas earlier this year. And today's seizures and search warrants included 18 firearms that you see in front of me right now, including an AR-style rifle, a shotgun, a Draco-style pistol, as well as, I don't know if we have this in front of you, in addition to the weapons seized, a fentanyl pill press. And we also seized approximately 2 kilos of narcotics that include powdered fentanyl, cocaine, as well as cocaine-based crack. The crimes: conspiracy to distribute narcotics, a felon in possession of a weapon, possession of a firearm in furtherance of drug trafficking, and 1 individual defendant was an alien who was deported 3 times, and he was in possession of a firearm. He's also charged with illegal reentry. Now, we use Title III to identify the suppliers, 1 individual by the name of Thomas Hancock from Baltimore. The source of his supply was an individual from Los Angeles. And this is what the violent crime and narcotics trafficking section of my office does on a daily basis. And what we do are long-term investigations, and they have a very maximum impact given the amount of time that we invest in these cases. Doug Hennick, to my left, is in charge of the violent crime and narcotics trafficking section. What we do is we work our way up the chain, which is what all prosecutors look to do, and we did just that. We got some major prolific drug dealers based not just on what we saw, but our undercovers were buying an incredible amount of drugs, which tells us that the sale of drugs to people in the communities in the D.C., Virginia, Maryland area was an incredible amount. So I would like to identify now for you the individuals who have been arrested. Thomas Hancock, 43, of Baltimore, Maryland. Eric Prather, 43, of Washington, D.C. Reginald Lassiter, 39, of D.C. Leonard Edwards, 52, of D.C. Darrell Riley, 39, of Washington, D.C. Michael Thomas, 49, of Los Angeles. And Sarda Smith of Oxon Hill, Maryland. Now, in addition, we have 5 other individuals that we picked up, pursuant to what we saw today. They are Jericka Missouri, 35, Melvina Rawlings, 40, Damian Petty, 54, Antoinette Lane, 64, along with Terrence Boyd, 42. This is what the president is talking about. This is part of our cleaning up the district and the nation's capital. And although it didn't happen in one night, these arrests, all 12 of them, and the seizure of all these weapons indicate the seriousness of crime that is occurring in our community. And we need all the help that we can get to make sure that we make the arrests and that we continue going into court with solid cases where we can get convictions and appropriate sentences. And I want to thank all my partners here, as I said, from DEA, and the MPD, and Chief Smith is here from the Metropolitan Police. But I particularly want to thank Phil Banks from the Washington Field Office, the ADIC in charge of the FBI, who was with us from day one on this long-running investigation.